Hello, everyone. Welcome to or welcome back to Blossom Unfiltered. Today, I am going to be reviewing the current season of Love is Blind. So, season 10, we are in Ohio. Before we start, though, I would like to read my description of Love is Blind show. So, Love is Blind is a show where singles, some desperate, are kept away from their families, technology, the outside world in general, while being manipulated into thinking love is blind or pretending that love is blind. Then they go on a vacation where cracks start showing before ultimately going back to the real world to face reality and be delivered from their delusions. Only some survive this process. However, love is not blind for them because they find their partner attractive. So, let's answer the experiment question. Is love blind? No, it's not. So since I did not get to do a meet the cast, I've been busy with studying and my exam. I had an exam on Thursday. It went well, praise the Lord. So since I didn't get to do a meet the cast, we're just going to talk about, I'm doing it couple by couple, or actually not really couple, but the group situations in the pods, and then we'll move on to the couples who made it out of the pods. I just want to read their bio and what it is that he said and all those things. So the first situation we're talking about is between Tyler, Keya, and Kevan. So starting off with Tyler admits that she can be a little delusional. Okay, listen, that's fine. But it's only because she's powered by an optimistic spirit. Everything in my life that I've done has been a result of me being bold and taking a little bit of risk, she says. A proud girl's girl. Girl's girl, Tyler. Miss Tyler? I don't think so. She started a nonprofit in college to support other women and was the first in her family to graduate with a bachelor's degree. Congratulations. Now she's looking for someone with a calming energy to balance her. I want a soft place to land, she says. But Tyler knows that she'll have to switch up her tactics to find a forever partner. My biggest struggle dating in Ohio is that I don't be outside. I be in my bed, taking a nap, she says. My hope is that my man is going to knock on my door someday and wake me. I'm the problem, not Ohio. You know, it's interesting. People that are like, oh, no, I get it. I honestly get it. One of my personal goals for this year is to go outside, get out of my house more, meet new people, make new connections, put myself out there, friendship wise, business wise, any of those things, and just take that risk. So I've been saying every month I must go out of my house like to an event, like at least once in a month. January I went to 2, February I did 1, and then I have stuff planned for March and April. So far I'm meeting my targets, I'm meeting my goals. So she says that if he does come knocking, she's ready to fall crazy in love, as long as her future partner doesn't mind how much she talks about Beyonce. You know, let me just say, she did not talk about Beyonce a lot in the pod. My thing with this thing is that it just seems like a very weird parasocial dynamic. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, you don't know these people. You don't know these people's personal lives. You only know the version that they've curated most of the time to show you. So I'm not fangirling over anybody like that. Okay, next we're going to talk about Keya. Keya is the one in the lime looking dress. So Keya is 31. She's a marketing director. She says, her bio says, a proud passenger princess who has never had a license. She's looking for someone successful and driven and not just on a highway. Nothing revs her engine more than a man about his business, especially because she knows how to handle hers. Keya counts among her biggest accomplishments being a guest at Harvard Business School, where she spoke at a conference about the cannabis industry. But it's not all work and no play for Keya. Her family would describe her as goofy and bubbly, and she's looking for a partner that can keep up with her banter. I need someone as sarcastic as I am, she says. He should be able to keep up with her pace, since she recently took up running as a hobby and is training for a half marathon. Still, Keya knows that perfection is a trap and isn't looking for someone who just looks good on paper. She says being imperfect is perfect to her. Now, I think you can find somebody perfect for you. So, there are two Kevan. Next, we're going to talk about Kevan and see what his bio says. So he's 32 and he's a realtor. Energetic go-getter is embracing his motto to just shake the die to take a chance on love. I'm most excited about finally meeting my best friend, he says. He has recently been on a journey to focus on his health and start his real estate career, and the last piece of the puzzle is having a lovely lady by his side. He cherishes his group of guy friends back home. He is sick of dragging them out on trips or to sporting events. Being able to have someone to travel with and tag along with would just be amazing, he says. Sure, Kevan can be a know-it-all at times, but he hopes he'll be able to laugh about it with his future partner. So those are their bios. Actually didn't really take any notes on the couple, so I might forget some things, I might not include some things. This is what's off the top of my head. So I don't even know. I think the theme for this one is themes actually. Themes. Confused, some desperation, and what will be my third thing? Standing on business, I guess. I think those will be my three things. So Tyler actually annoyed me. Watching her actually annoyed me on Love is Blind, right? Because let's go back. So Kevin, he has two options, Tyler and Keya. He says that Tyler is his number one, right? And the next thing we see, he goes on a date with Keya. And for me, I feel like Keya was more go with the flow. She knows the love is blind process. It's just let's see how this thing goes. Yes, I'm going to be vulnerable. I'm going to open myself up for love, but I'm not being desperate about it. And I'm not, oh, my man. I'm trying to force it. If it's not working, it's not working. Right? She was just following the process. Now she might have been pretending, but that's how it came off. She came off very confident in herself. And okay, let's see how this goes. Tyler, on the other hand, came off as desperate. In the women's lounge, she was just my man. And can you imagine she actually said, oh, Keya being Kevan's second option, right? That Keya is her man's side bitch.
Tyler, she's my number one, and I think I am Tyler's number one. I know, like, we're coming from with the connections that we're making here.
Well, I mean, I think you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Yeah. The experiment is for you to like have other connections, get to know people, and figure out where that lies. Let me know what's up.
Yeah.
It was not an experiment where we were getting to know so many people so fast, and I would be a little more jarred. But it's day 6, so that makes sense.
Definitely does.
I don't feel like I know everything that's to come.
Yeah.
Which is scary, yes, but also exciting.
Like, it's refreshing.
Like, you got me fucked up. Choose up right now.
Oh my God.
You should probably have some fun with it.
I'm like in a really, really great place about the relationship itself. Like I'm very clear.
I love that. Oh.
We're talking about Kevan.
Yeah.
Kevan. I liked him. He was nice.
In like the best way.
Yeah.
I now am so freaking clear on what I
No,
want,
that's gonna be
which I thought
chill.
I knew coming in here. I know I have these strong feelings. In my head, I'm like, husband, all right? This is serious business. I can see Kevin like, oh my God, I think you're my wife, and then we live happily ever after. It's like, and my answer is yes.
Very true.
It's someone that doesn't, who has like a number 2, who has a number 2 they've been stringing long. Well, we don't know what it is. We don't know who. That's what I'm saying. I'm getting Kevin.
I don't know it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Keya. Damn, I didn't think that. Never mind. I thought it was Breezy.
Oh. No, I had a feeling, but I never heard yesterday.
Interesting.
If they've been dating for this long, she could be my man's side.
I feel like
That was not funny. That was not funny at all, especially with the way that she behaved. It was absolutely not funny at all. She's done well for herself. Career-wise, she has done well for herself. And she's like, she wouldn't mind moving to a whole different place, maybe get a new job. If this is going to be her husband, it's something that she doesn't mind doing. However, this is a stranger. It's a different thing if, okay, this is back in the real world dating scenario, right? But you've only known this person how many days, and you want to quit your job and agree to move somewhere else because no, he's still a stranger. You don't know him that well. All of you that go on this show and be like, oh my God, we just sat down and we just talked for hours and hours on end. And I feel like he knows me more than you guys do. And these people are referring to their family. How does someone who has only known you, like less than a week or even 2 weeks, let's even say at the most, only 2 weeks at this point, how does the person know you more than your family? Yes, of course, I do agree that your spouse will know a different side of you than your family. But when you're first starting out and you're just dating this person, you just get to know this person, or even when you just get married to this person, to me, your family knows you more. They have known you all your life. So for you to say that, oh, your spouse, your fiance knows you more than your parents do, this stranger, that is baffling and that's weird to me. That is baffling and that's so weird to me. So, what was I going to say? So, of course, Tyler knows that Keya is dating Kevan at this point. They both know that, okay, he's also dating her, right? So next, after the date with Keya, we see Tyler go on a date with Kevan. And towards the ending of this date, I guess he's sharing his thoughts on how the date went with Keya. That, oh yes, the first date was good, and he's having, I think he was saying something along the line of maybe he's having 2 strong connections, but it's not like as if Keya is his number one at this point. He's just sharing that his first date was good, so he's a bit confused, I think is what he was saying. And then she starts going, oh, I just want a man who is going to choose me unapologetically. Since your first date was good, maybe that's a sign. Okay, I do agree with the part of yes, a man who is going to choose you unapologetically. Yes, of course, you want to be in a relationship with somebody who chooses you unapologetically. This is love is blind, though. This is Love is Blind. In the history of Love is Blind, how many successful couples have we gotten out of Love is Blind? How many successful couples have there been? Because they do not have a good success rate. You already know this process is everybody's dating everybody. At the end of it, or towards the end, sometimes, okay, yes, this person is going to propose. Would you marry me? Yes. Then you see how it goes when people are faced with your differences, meeting the family, meeting the friends, work situations, right? But at this point, I don't even know how many days they were in this process at this point, but it's not time for engagement yet. And she was going on how, oh, she would like to be a girlfriend first before she becomes a fiance, right? If that is what you wanted, like it's so important to you that you want that, then don't be on Love is Blind. Go get out of your house, get out of sleeping in your bed, get out of your bed, and go and interact with people. Go and interact with people. Go talk to people. Be open. Go out. Live in the world. Interact with others. Because this is Love is Blind. And yes, I get her point too. I would like it to just be two of us before we do decide to get engaged. Yes, but not on Love is Blind. Not on Love is Blind. I don't think if that is from the bottom of your heart what you're expecting from Love is Blind, you have come on the wrong show. You have come on the wrong show. Yes, there are some people who, at this point, they've already finalized and all of those things. But this was not even, I don't even think it was 2 days to the engagement day yet. I don't think it was even that close. So, of course, he's going to want to talk to the other person that he's dating. Marriage is an important decision. This is an important decision. Of course, he's going to have to talk to her to figure out his options. Okay, yes, we agree on that one. But this part is really important to me and we don't agree on this one. Okay, so I know that. Let me not continue forward. Even though some of you will go ahead and continue when you know you have polarizing views on something. And then, oh, you'll be saying, but it didn't work out in the end. You already knew that from the beginning. If you already knew that from the beginning, obviously it's going to be a consistent problem throughout your relationship. And I think it's going to lead to the inevitable demise of that relationship because it was such a strong difference. There's certain things that you absolutely cannot compromise on. There's certain things that you absolutely cannot compromise on. And at this point, instead of going forward with this, yes, I know I went off on a tangent, but instead of continuing with this, how about you save your heart and you protect your feelings and you don't invest your time into something that you know is not going to work out. If I know that me and this person we have completely separate views on something, I would not want to get to the point of, oh, I love you, when this thing that is so important is we're not in agreement, we're not in alignment on. I can't do it because then it will look very weird for me to have put my feelings into it, poured my heart out, and then at the end, I'm disappointed and maybe heartbroken and crying because this didn't work out. But I saw it from the beginning. We did not have the same views on this thing, which we're actually going to talk about another couple on this show. That is actually what got me on this tangent. Because how many times on Love is Blind, you have different views on something, and then you decide to go ahead. I don't understand that at all. I don't understand that at all. And the couple that we're going to be talking about, I think I'll go more in depth there. But let's go back to Keya and Keya, Tyler, and Kevan, right? Then she was like, she wants a man who's going to treat her unapologetically. I don't disagree with that. Then she's like, I can't listen to another speech about how great I am. I just can't. Thank you, but I can't do this. And she storms off. And mind you, their date has not ended though. The date has not ended. She storms off. Then she goes into the women's lounge. And she's like, I'm choosing me. I just can't do it again. I just can't do it again. I just can't. I know who I am and I know this about myself. And the girls are, oh yes, you deserve a clap out. And you see people wiping tears. And I'm like, are we seeing the same thing? Are we seeing the same thing? Keya's face and how she's just minding her own business. That's how I felt. Keya was just doing her own thing. I think she was making food in the kitchen. She was just doing her own thing. Then Tyler, Miss Tyler, that is girl's girl. Abby, Miss Tyler is doing girl's girl. I mean girl's girl. Who's Keya aside? And I said, Keya, let me talk to you. That's a good man. That's a good man, Savannah. That's a good man. Your man. No, your man. He's such a good man. And Keya is like, excuse me. And then in her confessional, she's like, nobody should be forming victim here. We're not victims. We know what this process is. We came on Love is Blind. We know what the experiment entails. Nobody should be forming victim here. Because why are you doing all that? The theatrics, the dramatics. Okay, yes, you choose yourself. Okay, leave. But no. The producers talk her back into coming back and continuing the dates with Kevan. And she's so dramatic. She goes, redo. And the people in the lounge are looking like, they're confused. So she goes into the lounge. Not the lounge, sorry. She goes into the pods with Kevan. And before this, I just remembered, when she stormed out the first time, this guy was like, I'm not choosing anybody. I did not choose anybody. I'm just sharing how it is that I feel. So she goes back into the pods with Kevan, and he's apologizing. Oh, I'm so sorry for. Oh, my battery, so let's go charge this. Oh, I'm so sorry for triggering you. That's not what I meant. This, that, and all of those things. One thing I'll give Tyler though is that she stood on at the end. She stood on what she said because so they continued dating. He continued dating both of them. He continued dating Tyler and Keya. He continued dating both of them. And I think it got to a point where he gave Keya a gift and Tyler did not get any gift. And so she goes back in the pause and she kind of forces him to choose her, right? And of course, yes, he had a choice to say no or whatever, but he was really pushing it. He's a grown man, he should be able to say no. Absolutely. Yes, I agree. And something happened, and she's like, he needs to show her that it's her and no one else. So there needs to be a gesture made between that evening, night, and the next morning to know that, yes, Tyler is absolutely you. You're my one and only. You're the only one for me. If not, she's not showing back. She's not coming back to the pods the next day. She's not showing up. And guess what? She actually did not show up.
Know that. So what are you gonna do about it?
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
So you're not open to either long distance or somebody moving to you.
No, I do feel good about someone moving to Columbus. What I don't feel good about is it being for just because I'm there. Like I'm in the middle.
So Ken, we haven't said names, but I'm very sure I know who your first date was. The fact that you had a great first date might be confirmation that both of us need. Like we can live in the what ifs all day, but for me, I know that I want a man who is going to choose me unapologetically. And at this moment, I gotta choose myself, you know?
Remarkable, you know? Like it's so fucking fire. It's true.
But like I'm not gonna stop you. Like I cannot listen to another speech on how great I am. Like I walk on appreciate it. With every step. There we go. But I'm not doing this shit.
Anybody, I'm not selecting anybody. I'm just talking about how I fucking feel.
Or what I'm gonna do. I bought
I like, know what the fuck I'm worth and I'm not dealing with this
Oh
shit.
yes, let's go.
I'm dealing with that shit. I'm living
You need to clap out. You need to clap out.
Lounge is insane right now. Emotions are high.
Here. That's a good man. I know your man. I think I know your man. That's a good man.
Just need a second. I'm sorry. I'm a grown ass woman. Like, I signed up for this experiment. You signed up for this experiment. Let's not play the victim game here.
Like, I deserve to have a husband. I deserve to have a husband on the other side of that wall. Kevin better be for me. That is my expectation. Need like today is for you to only be dating me. I need you to make a decision.
But
The feeling that I have right now. I'm not coming back tomorrow. This is crazy.
be with.
Prove it.
Do something to
Because I'm not coming back here tomorrow without clarity.
Because I feel like Kevan, he was not, I don't think he should have been on this process. First of all, he sounded like he wasn't really at a point in his life where he was done doing the heavy grinding. Let's say that, right? He said that he just starting out his real estate career. And of course, at the beginning, you're going to need to put a lot of effort in. He's at a different point in his career than both of them are, than where Tyler is and than where Keya is. They're in different points in their career. And I think it was kind of scary for him that Tyler would have given up her job just for him when he kept saying stuff along the lines of like his small car, like he's not as well off, he's not this, he doesn't have a big this, doesn't have a big tie, it's just this my little humble place. That's how it came off to me anyways. Like just this humble place, my small quaint, stuff like that, my beat up car and all of those things. And for her to just say, oh, she's going to quit her job and come where just for him, which is something that he said he didn't want, that he doesn't want to be the only reason that she's quitting her job and moving to a different place. He didn't want him to be the only reason that she's doing that. Right? So Tyler, of course, she left. So the next day, he enters into the pause. Tyler, silence. Guess what? Tyler is not there. Tyler has left the process.
hello? See your future with.
And she told him, well, she warned him. She did warn him, so I'll give her that. So he goes back to the men's lounge and he's talking to Vic. I'm coming back to Vic with that one. He goes back and he's talking to Vic about how she just left, she just left like that. And then Vic is like, oh, I think he said something about like maybe that's a sign, or how what she did was so wrong. Something along those lines, or like what she did was so wrong, and why would she do something like that? This is me paraphrasing. Why would she do something like that? And so now it's like as if Keya is now the backup option. Oh, Tyler has left, Abby. Let me go to Keya. So he goes to Keya. And I don't know if this guy was actually going to propose or something. I don't know. But Keya was like, I think she said something along that line. I love you, so I'm not in love with you. And I don't think that you're ready for marriage. I don't think you're ready for this process. Which, yes, I do agree that he wasn't ready for this process. But he was juggling between this one and this one, and he ended up living with nobody.
The second option, but she's not. She's the first of the first option. She's an amazing human being. The way Keya makes me feel, I've never felt like that, honestly. And
My purpose here, what can I have love for you? And you've said so many kind words to me. However, I'm not falling in love with you. Stand on business when I say that you are not the one for me. As to, you are not ready to be anyone. You are not ready for a relationship. At least at one of this magnitude. And that's okay, but you are not ready to be anyone's husband right now.
He ended up living with nobody. So indecisive. Yes, I understand the process of love is blind. You're dating this many people to try and find the one for you, right? I have a problem with that. But if you're coming into this thing just like this, you come into this with things that you want your future spouse to have. You want somebody who is God-fearing, you want somebody who's loyal, which is like bare minimum, bare minimum. You want somebody who has this personality. These are the things that you believe in. You want your partner, your wife, or your husband to believe the same things. This is the way it is with finances. This is how many children we want to have. Yes, we do want to have children. Yes, we do want to stay here forever. Or we'd like to move somewhere different. Do we think that we want to raise our children in this space? Or should we move to the suburbs? Stuff like that. You should already have a list of things that you want in your spouse, so that when you come into this process, you're not just swayed by the wind. Because that's what it seemed that was happening to Kevan. He was just swayed by the wind. You'll have a good conversation, he's over here. You have a good conversation with the other person, he's over here. Just moving. If you know what it is that you want in a spouse, you want this, you want that, you want this, you want these characteristics, you want this, you want this, you want this. I believe this, so we're aligned on that and that and that. I think it will make the process a lot easier. And you know what? I think that more people should leave. You don't have to leave this place with somebody. You can live by yourself. Living by yourself is an option. Living with your heart and your feelings intact is an option. Because some people, they just want to be chosen. I don't know if it's coming off desperation or they just want TV time. Because at this point, I think some people come here. Oh no, let me rephrase. I think at this point with reality shows like Love is Blind, yes, you're coming here because you want to find love, some people, but you're also coming here, even if it's just a tiny bit of you, for exposure and for fame. Even if it's a tiny bit for fame, that part is still there, yes, because of exposure and fame. It might not be the main reason, but it's the reason. Because you could go and meet a local matchmaker in your area. Yeah, no one is going to hear about it. It's not going to be televised. No one is going to watch it. You could go ahead and do that. You could, but you decided to come on Love is Blind. You decided to take time off work. And somebody actually quit their job to come on Love is Blind. So yes, I do think that a part of you just wants fame. It might not be a big part. Maybe the part of you wanting to find a partner and wanting to find love is bigger. But as I said, let me just read my description of Love is Blind in closing once again. Love is a blind. Love is Blind is a show where singles, some desperate, are kept away from their families, technology, the outside world in general, while being manipulated into thinking love is blind or pretending that love is blind. Then they go on a vacation where cracks start showing before ultimately going back to the real world to face reality and be delivered from their delusions. Only some survive this process. However, love is not blind for them because they find their partner attractive. And that's honestly my description of the show. Because some people come here and, yes, do I like drama? Yes, I do. I can say yes, I do like some drama. But these are people's lives. And if you pair somebody who you absolutely know should not be on this show, that's wrong of you. You should do some investigating before you put somebody on the show. Honestly, it's like you do the investigation. You know that, yes, this is about to cause some chaos. And not the good type of, oh, you're just a bit of drama putting in this situation. No, harmful chaos. And you decide to put this person on the show. There was somebody else, which I think his name was Steven or something. And he has like, I could not be on this type of reality TV show. Marriage is too important for me to go on this type of shows. Well, at this point, I could not. No, I love myself too much to put myself in that situation. I would rather go pay for a matchmaker before I go on the show like Love is Blind, most definitely. And are there good couples that have come out of this thing? Yes, they are. But there are so few. Just like Married at First Sight, their success rate would have already answered the experiment question. Is love blind? No. But here's my thoughts on this situationship. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hype the video. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.